Hello, this is Miss Pie. I am going to show you how to do several things with a project where you have a picture on your graphing screen and you have to set up equations and formulas to graph all the lines on your picture. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to turn your grid lines on and off, how to hide your formulas, how to undo any mistakes that you make, and then how to adjust what your lines look like, whether it's a solid line or dotted line, and then also with the color of your lines. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And to expedite things, I've already graphed some equations and I'm going to go ahead and show them to you. So I've graphed two equations, this part to graph the top of the eagle's wing right up here, and then also this line here to graph the line of the pencil. Okay, now there's sometimes when you're working on your project that you want to be able to turn these grid lines off. You want to get rid of them so it's not so busy on your calculator screen. It's super easy to turn them off. You go to Menu, go to View, and right here where it says grid, you can just do no grid and it gets rid of the grid. Now let's say you accidentally turn them off and you want to have them back on. All you have to do is push Control Escape to undo any mistakes that you just did. And you can do this for pretty much anything. Let's say you're trying to move this formula, and instead of clicking on the formula, you click on your grid lines and you completely distort the picture. Notice that how I moved my grid lines, my graphs no longer match my picture. Okay, so when you do stuff like that, it totally messes you up and you think, oh man, I have to start all over again. You don't. Just push Control Escape and it undoes whatever it was that you did that you didn't want to do. Okay, so that's a really easy way to undo any mistakes that you made. All right, so now there's also, as we work through this project, you're going to have tons and tons of formulas, and you don't want the formulas all over the place messing you up. So once you're done getting the graph exactly where you want it, all you do is click on the equation and click delete. Okay, that was super easy to do, right? Well, let me show you what happens if you have both the formula and the grid line and the graph selected when you push delete. Notice up here I just had the equation selected and my graph was still there. But down here, because I had clicked on both the line and the formula, when I clicked delete, it deleted everything. So again, this is another mistake I didn't want to do, so I'm just going to push Control Escape to get that graph back up there. Now, I'm going to move my pointer to the middle of the graph where there's nothing else there, and I'm just going to select it or just click on it or touch the middle of your mouse pad or just click Enter, and it basically unselects anything that might have been selected. Now I'm going to go select that again and click Delete. Alright, so now the last thing for this video, how to adjust what our lines look like. Let's say, this line here for my pencil, I haven't seen very many blue pencils, and the traditional color for a pencil is orange, so I want to be able to change the color of this line to orange. So go here to Menu and Actions, and to change the color, let me see, Set Conditions will change my colors. So notice that I get this little box here. I'm going to click on the line that I want to change the color on, and this new box pops up and it's conditional attributes. Okay, I have an option to do a line color or fill color. Most of the time the fill color does not work. Now I'm going to have to put a number in here that's assigned to the particular color I want. If you don't know what the numbers are that are assigned to your colors, you select this box and it will pop up with all the different color options you have and the numbers that are assigned to it. So since I wanted my pencil line to be orange, I will just put a number 8 in this line color. I click on it and I put 8 and then I push OK, and now my line is orange. Now for this line here, I might want to do like a brown. So let's see what color the brown is. Number 5 represents brown. So my line color, I'm going to do brown. Okay, and see how my line is now brown. One thing that, okay, so I'm done changing the colors, so I'm going to just push escape. Now, notice that these lines are very thin, but if I like hover over them, they get thicker and I can see them better. I like how they're thicker and I can see them better, so I want to have those lines always thicker where they're going to be thicker without me having to hover over them. Okay, so I'm going to change the style, or what's called the attributes. I'm going to go to Menu and Actions, and option 4 is Attributes. Now with this situation, again, I get this little corner box and it tells me to click on an object, modify one or more attributes, and then push Enter to finish. Okay, so I want to first change this line. Now here, if I do the over arrow keys, I am making my line thicker. Okay, and I think that's a little bit too thick, but the middle part is just right. Okay, and then if I go down, notice that I can make, instead of a solid line, I can make that a dotted line or even a dashed line. Okay, in this case, I think I probably just want a solid line. All right, so those are the two main attributes. There's two other options. I've never actually really done a whole lot with these, so just stick with these ones. Once you're done, click Enter, and then that one's done. Okay, now let's change this pencil line. And this one, I think I want to go, let's see, do I want it thicker? Nope, that's a little bit too thick. Right there seems to be the perfect situation, and I'm done with that one. All right, make sure you push escape to get rid of this, or else we won't be able to do anything else. And that's the end of this video.